Everyone, welcome back to Rihanna's Cuisines. Today I want to make chow mein. I had made these and posted it on Facebook, the picture of it, and it just everybody wants the recipe. So I thought, hey, you know what? Let me do a video. So I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff, and we're gonna go through it. It's not. It looks like a lot, but seriously, once you get your prep work done for the vegetables, it's really not a big deal. So these are the noodles that I am using, the vegetarian noodles. They're about $1.59 for the whole bag, and I'm going to be making 2 servings out of this. So it really depends. And then, like, when I open them, I'll show you. They're like in little discs. See, like so. So this is how you want to find them. And the ingredients in that is just the wheat flour, water, lye, corn oil, and the yellow coloring. And the reason why I'm giving you the ingredients is because if in case you don't find this certain brand, then you know that these are made from wheat flour, water, lye, corn oil, and the food coloring yellow. So I am going to be making 2 videos. So if you see all these ingredients here, don't panic. I'm going to be using half of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in a bowl here because we're not going to boil these noodles. We're just going to put boiling water on them and then drain the water. So there's 6, 12, 18, so 7, 8, 9. Okay, so maybe 9. I'm also going to be doing a Gujarati video. So friends who are out there don't understand English can watch it in the Gujarati video. So so what I'm going to do with that is I just boiled some water and I'm going to soak the water, put the water into the noodles and let it soak for about 5 to 10 minutes until they soften up. Okay, so we're just going to leave that on the side. All right, next. Move that on the side. All right. Next, let me show you what kind of vegetables we're gonna need. And this is gonna be a vegetable. I'm not doing any meat. I'm just craving for lots and lots of veggies. So I'm gonna be doing half a cup of spring onions, 1 cup of coleslaw mix, or you can just take a cabbage and just slice it up real thin. I'm going to do 1 cup of bean sprouts. Make sure your bean sprouts are not slimy. They're very, very fresh. I've got 1 cup of carrots, and you can pick however you want to cut them. If you want to cut them even smaller than this or thinner than this, it's really up to you. Or if you want to buy the matchstick ones that come in the bag, you know, totally up to you. And then I also have a jicama here. And I will post a picture of what jicama looks like, but I decided to cut them up real thin like this so they can add some crunch in the chow mein. And then I also did celery, and you want to do half a cup of both. So that's our vegetables. Now, before we start cooking, we'll have to go on the stove. I'm not using my tabletop stove because in cooking Chinese or stuff like that, you have to stir fry on real high, and that stove just doesn't become really high. So I like cooking on my stove where it gets pretty high. And with this one, the first couple times I've made it, I've realized that, you know, you don't want to cook the vegetables too much, otherwise they get really mushy and icky. So for the sauce, very, very simple. We're going to start off with about a cup. I'm going to be doing a cup, but you want to do half a cup. So it's half a cup, and that's going to be enough because this is going to make 2 batches. So I'm going to put 1 cup in here. And then I'm going to go ahead. So basically, I put 1 cup in. If you look under the description, you will see that it's only half a cup measurement. The reason is that pomegranate juice. The reason is because I'm making double the recipe. I didn't want to get you confused about the measurements. So this is pomegranate juice. I just happen to have that in my refrigerator, and it's pomegranate season, so why not use it? But if you didn't have it, you could use pineapple juice or you could use orange juice. Either one is okay. To that, we're going to add about 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce. And I'm just going to show you the soy sauce that I use. I only use that soy sauce. It says seasoning sauce, but it's the best. It blows jicama out the door. Just jicama does not have that, you know, it just makes the food taste really, really good. And it's only $1.89 for the whole bottle. All right, to that, we're gonna go ahead and add some tamarind. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add some ginger and garlic. And again, you want to do a taste test. Okay? And then I'm also going to go ahead and add about 1/3 cup of sweet Thai chili sauce. Or let me rephrase that. Sweet chili sauce. It's not Thai. I've done that before and people were like, no, no, no. It doesn't have any MSG in it, but it's sweet chili sauce. And before you put your corn flour in is the time you want to do a taste test. Otherwise, you're going to be really, it's going to be chalky. So we're going to mix all that together. So good. I know, I'm missing something. The spice. So I gotta go grab another spoon because I'm not gonna double dip. I'll just use a knife for now. Okay. So now this, you wanna put in as much as you want or as little as you want. My camera person's going crazy because she's gonna think it's gonna get really, really spicy, but it should be okay. All right. All right, so we got all that in. And we don't need any salt in there just because we put in the soy sauce. I think that should be enough. We're going to go ahead and add about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch in here. And this is just going to help it thicken quickly. So that if you're going to have just a sauce and it's not going to be thick, your vegetables are all going to go limp on you. So this will kind of thicken it up. You just want to make sure you mix it and just make sure that there's no lumps in it. Mix it really well, and we're just going to keep it aside. Okay, so we're just going to keep this aside. And I want to show you how our noodles are coming along. Look at that. What we want to do with these is we want to drain them right away because okay. So I'm just going to go over to the sink and make sure that these are drained. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and turn our stove on so that can get really nice and hot. To this, I'm going to go ahead and add some soy sauce. Okay, now what we're going to do is our oil is really nice and hot. So at first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little bit of ginger and garlic in here. And this will just really season our noodles up really, really well. And for the noodles, you just want to cut them up just a little bit so they're not going to be too, okay, just that much. We'll go ahead and add half of our noodles in there. And now I'll tell you why I'm doing this separately. I don't want to add this into my vegetables because then everything just gets too soft and mushy. So I'm just gonna fry these, and by frying these a little bit in the ginger and garlic, it gets such a unique taste to it. All right, so we're done. At this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in a bowl. And we're gonna start putting this in a serving bowl right away. Okay. Back on the stove it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and add more olive oil to this. Put in the spring onions, the coleslaw, and the carrots. And I'm gonna wait on the bean sprouts because I don't want them to get too soggy. To that, I'm also going to go ahead and add the celery, but I'm gonna wait on the jicama. Jicama is just so fragile. I don't want it to get cooked even more than it needs to get cooked. I'm just gonna stir fry this on real high. You don't want to stir fry this more than 2 minutes, just because, you know, I like the crisp in my vegetables. So, to this now, I think it's coming together. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add my bean sprouts in there. And I did forget one very, very big thing, and that is my ginger. So we'll do that when we add our sauce in there. Okay, so this is pretty good. Add half of our jicama in there. Now you're gonna say there's more vegetables than pasta. Yes, there is. But we like it like this. If you want to have more pasta, go ahead and throw more pasta in there. That's just perfectly fine. You just wanna mix all this together. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit more olive oil in here. And turn the stove back on. So in goes our ginger, and this is what's gonna make it taste amazing. Really, really amazing. And you might think, what is she doing with all that stuff on the bottom? But that's all that vegetables. I just don't want to throw it away. It's got really good flavoring in here. Okay, so I fried up my ginger, and now I'm just gonna add in my sauce. And I'm just gonna stir it until it thickens up a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw in our mixture in there. So if you wanted to go ahead and add chicken or meat, or shrimps, you really can just put it inside and add whatever you want. So go ahead, turn that up so that we can get a thick sauce right away. So the sauce is gonna thicken up on you really quickly. You're gonna feel like nothing's happening, and then suddenly, boom, it's gonna get thickened up. So see how it got really nice and thick? Okay, so in goes everything back in here. Okay, I'm not gonna put it too long on the stove, but I don't really like the color, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some, it's called thick soy sauce. So, and it's got molasses, water, sugar, and salt in there. And you don't want to use too much because this stuff is pretty potent. So, not more than half a teaspoon. And you're going to see how fast the color is going to change. And this is the color that we like at home. Okay. So now it's all done. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this back into our serving bowl. Just wanted to give you a glimpse here of my raspberry chutney. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you do so, because I'm telling you, the taste is out of this world. Okay. All right, so back to our table we go, and we are gonna have dinner very, very soon, so I am not going to eat a whole lot, but I will do a taste test for you. I've got some celery leaves here that I'm just gonna put in the middle, just like so. And I'm gonna take some jicama and put that over here. Okay, so that's how you want to serve it. And I can't find my chopsticks, but I guess a fork will do. Okay. I'm not kidding you guys. Every time, you guys must be thinking it's really good, but seriously, try it yourself and tell me. That pomegranate was the best thing that I did by switching it up, because I didn't have any orange juice at home. It's so, so, so good. And the vegetables are really, really crispy. And the best thing of the whole thing is the ginger. The taste of the ginger is just amazing. So, today we did chow mein. Next time, hopefully we can make another great item coming up for the holiday seasons. Thank you so much for joining me on Rehana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. Thank you, friends.